Right, welcome back to Govclaw Photo, and today, as promised, if you follow me on Instagram, you will get to see what I carry in my bag when I'm going out on a photo shoot. Let's have a look. Right then, so if you follow me on my Instagram at Govclaw Photo, then you would have seen that on Sunday, me and Theo went out and we did a bit of location, fashion, portrait kind of shoots, and we used a lighting setup. Now, I'm not going to tell you the exact kit bag that I used for that, but a lot of what I'm going to show you today is similar. But this is what I would carry around on an everyday shoot. Basically, if I'm just out and about in town and I just want to be prepared for what sort of photography comes my way, this is normally what I will take with me. So, enough said, let's have a look. Here is my bag. This isn't the only bag that I use. I do have a small shoulder bag as well, if I'm really travelling light, but today is Tuesday and I was out today as well doing some more shots, and with that, this is what I would take with me. So first things first, have a look right at the top. You can see what I've got. So let's get that out of the way. Now on this, it's really awkward because my camera bag, it's a very simple, cheap Amazon camera bag. It does what it needs to do for me. So on the front, I've got all these little strings, and I just open up my tripod legs and I just slot them straight in. So I use, when I'm out and about for lightness, there are lighter tripods out there, but I do like this one because it's a bit more, it's got a bit more sturdiness to it. I feel like that anyway. And I really like the little head as well. Can really move it around really easily, get everything sorted. Now, this one is the Manfrotto MKC3-H01. It's just a travel tripod, and it does what I need to do. It goes quite tall as well. I think it reaches about roughly about 5'10"-ish. Comes up to nearly my height when it's all extended out. It's really good tripod that I take with me. That is the first thing that you'll see in my bag. Next, we're gonna go zipper to zipper and carry on that way around. So in the top pocket, what do we have? A receipt. I keep my wallet in here most of the time because it's shadowed by my tripods. It's really hard for people to get into and pickpocket. Keeps my pockets free when I'm shooting. Usually have my wallet in there. Right, next pocket. So we open that up, and in here, another tripod. So I'm starting to vlog a bit more. So I carry a Joby GorillaPod. This is the 3K, and this is perfect for holding my 16 Mark II with any of my 3 lenses on there. Perfectly, holds it all perfectly, and I can hold and vlog at the same time if I need to. Also, because of the other tripod, this one I'm able to really get down low. If I want a really low angle of something, then that gives me a really low centre of gravity to the camera, which means I can shoot high up if I really want to. So that's the benefit of having a GorillaPod. It can go on anything, it sticks to anything as well. Really good tool. Make sure this is part of your kit if you haven't got one already. Next in that pocket, notepad and a pencil. So I keep a notepad on me at all times because when I stop for a coffee, normally I will just jot down some ideas. Sometimes it's for a video that I'm going to throw out. Sometimes it's for things that I want to go out and shoot. So today I was out shooting for a client and getting some stock images for them, and I've just written down like buzzwords for me to go by. So if I see something that kind of falls in that words category, it's in my book, it's a reminder. and who doesn't like stopping for a cheeky coffee? Also in there, I've got my Think Tank memory card pouch, full of memory cards. It's got some of my old 7D CFast cards in there and some of my new 6D SD cards in there as well. So I've always got backup memory cards. Don't go out with just the one. Always keep some backups just in case something happens. Hopefully it never does. You don't have to worry about that, but just in case, always keep some backups. Last thing in there is it's a glass cleaner. So this is like a lens cleaner for your glasses, your spectacles, sunglasses, whatever you like to call them. It's got a nice smooth microfiber cloth on it too, and I actually use this on the front element of my lenses because it's smear free and it's like got it just evaporates like an alcohol wipe basically, but you don't get all that weird smell with it. Really good piece of kit. Any opticians will have them. And that is the end of that second pocket. Now for the juicy stuff. Right, in the main compartment, we're going to start at the top. Now, I do go out in the day and in the night, so you will see some things and think, what's that for? Basically, it's just when I'm out at certain times of day. So, first of all, business cards. Normally, I take them out and put them in my pocket. For the purpose of this video, I've popped them into the bag just to take them out to show you. Noise cancelling earplugs. These are brilliant. If you're going to a gig or an event and you moving around, the last thing you want to do, especially if you do it frequently, the last thing you don't want to miss out on is having something like this, because tinnitus is a really common thing now as you get older, as you go to a lot of events, a lot of clubs, a lot of parties. You don't want to damage your ears in the long run. So if you are doing a lot of nightclub photography, gigs, anything like that, these are a great thing. I've got like 3 sets of these and I keep one in every bag just in case, because it is quite small, as you can see, but you can forget to pack them. What else have I got in here? Hand sanitizer. You're out all day, you're going to get a little bit dirty, you're going to be touching things, you're going to be putting your camera down, picking it up. Sometimes you'll move things as well, so that is always a good thing to have on you. Now for me, this is a personal thing to me, some cherry Carmex. Big up the Carmex, because this stuff, I get dry lips a lot, so I just keep some in my bag, especially when you're outside. If it gets really windy, I need that stuff. And last in that top pocket, a torch. So this is quite a powerful torch. I don't know what the lumens are on it, but basically I can focus the light as well. This more so for if I'm out at night and I'm walking somewhere where I need some light, need this. Also, if I'm focusing on a still subject in the dark, if you're doing some night photography, you can always shine the torch on just to get that focus point, instead of messing around with all your camera settings as well, just to get that down. Always a good little tool to have, and small and compact. Right, next pocket, and a little bit of a digital camera magazine lens brush. I never use these things, to be fair, so it just stays in there. And we've got some spare Canon LP-E6 batteries. I tend to carry two spare batteries with the one I've got on my camera. So there's 3 batteries, 3 fully charged batteries every time I go out. That's pretty much my battery game. And a Canon remote trigger. I don't use this a fat lot, to be honest, but especially now that a lot of the Canon cameras have got the phone app, you just use the phone app, don't you? But that is always there. Always there. Right, next we're going to go into the main body of the bag. Now, you're not going to see a camera in here. Sorry, it's right there. I'm staring at it. So, basically, camera body 16 Mark II. And on that is what I'm shooting with at the minute, the 24-105 f4L lens. That is pretty much my go-to lens. I love this lens so much. It's got such a great focal distance for walking around. I mean, I can get some tights, I can get some wides, I can get those middle shots as well. I can get everything that I want from it. It's a good all-round lens for me. I love this lens. It's probably one of the first pro lenses I got, and I've never looked back. And I will probably, now that the version 2 has been out a while, I'll probably go out and replace it with that one. Even though this one doesn't need replacing, just want to get the newer one. Next, if we're talking about lenses, this bad boy right here. Oh, that was stuck on hard. The Sigma 50mm 1.4 art lens. This right here is a beast of a lens. It's a heavy lens, to be honest. It is a heavy lens, but this lens is great if you want that mad shallow depth of field. Sigma art lenses give a brilliant colour output through to Canon cameras that I've noticed as well, and I recommend the Sigma art lineup for any Canon user out there. I know they've started to run the Sony E-mount system as well, and all you Sony users are in for a freaking joyous time with these lenses. They are great. And next is this one, the 70-200 f4 zoom lens from Canon, L lens again. Now, there is the 2.8 image stabilized lens. Now, for me, I didn't necessarily need that lens. I don't shoot a lot of long focal ranges, to be fair. Even with this, I very hardly go to 200mm, and if I do, I'll probably be on a tripod or something silly like that. I don't use this lens a fat lot. I bought it more so for when I go out and do some landscape photography. Shout out to Tom Heaton. Follow him on YouTube if you don't already. I'm assuming you all do, because if you're watching me, you must be watching him. I got this on watching one of his videos because I am liking to do landscape photography. I wanted a zoom lens. I didn't want to spend all that money on the 2.8. This was a happy medium for me, but I would recommend to anybody that wants something more stabilized, that's the word, more stabilized, then to go for the 2.8 version, because this is a great lens at f4, but at f4 and 2.8 you'll get stabilization and you will get a much better image quality, although that is still an amazing lens. Next up, Black Rapid camera strap. This one is just the normal Black Rapid strap, and it's just the one shoulder strap. It does have the little thing to come around your side. I always keep another little pen right there, just in case. This doesn't see a lot of use these days, to be honest. Honestly, I just don't. I take my camera out and I hold it in my hand. I don't put anything on it. It's really bad, because one of these days I'm going to drop it and it's going to be my fault. So really, I should get like a wrist strap or something, shouldn't I? Leave a comment below if you know any decent wrist straps. I've only seen the Peak Design one, so if anyone can recommend me a good hand strap to hold my camera with, because I don't like holding it around my neck or my shoulders, leave a comment below. Next, the Xeon Smooth Q gimbal for your phone. This thing is brilliant. Love it, love it, love it. Showed it to a friend of mine and he was just all over it as well. For what it is, the price is brilliant, to be honest with you. £130, you get a hard case with it, you get the charging wire, it's got a built-in battery, it comes with the 1/4 inch thread on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that there. There it is. Perfect. So it's come with the 1/4 inch thread on the bottom, so you can even put it onto a tripod. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant this thing is. It's great if you do a lot of on-the-go vlogging and you just want your phone, you don't want to hold a big DSLR in front of you. So the Xeon Smooth Q2, I think mine is. And then finally, in the box here, there's another little bit here as well. Is I have the coking, whatever you want to call it, the P series ND filter holder and ND filters, as well as the Grad NDs as well. I use these because I am not a massive landscape shooter or long exposure photographer, but I did want a kit to carry around with me, because on bright days like it was today before I came in and did the video, on bright days like today, an ND filter is needed because all the sky is just blown out completely. So in the kit, obviously, you get your filter. Let me just open this up for you. So I do also have one of the Cocking Nuances range, and that is the thickest piece of black glass that I've ever seen in my life. Because if you can see what this is now, this is the 10 stop. So I'm going to push this up to the camera, and you're going to see how much there is some good light on me. I mean, I'm shooting at f4. I've got ISO 400. It's quite dark in the room right now, but I'm going to pop this up to the camera and you can see how much light it blocks. So, and I'm going to carry on talking just so you know. Hello. Hey. Hello. This blocks out so much light. It's crazy. I've never dabbled in like 10 stop filters and all of that stuff, but for me, for what I want to do with my photography, this is a lovely little bit of kit. And then also inside the box, I like to keep things in their little packets, even though it's fiddly when I'm out and about. These ND kits with the P series are actually plastic. I've used them. I don't see no different colour casts or anything. I might do a review on these at a later date. But these Cocking P series, the medium sized filters, they're 84 by 84 mil squares, so they're not the 100 mil ones. They're great. So you've got, turn them up the right way, so you've got ND Grads there, and you've got a plain ND as well. And I think they run at, this one is a 4 stop. So you can see when you pop it up, you can still see me through there. It just blocks out enough light. And then on your graduated NDs, you've got a 2 and a... Hold on a minute. I think it's a 1 stop and a 3 stop to make 4. Something like that. I've got the box here. I should just read the box, shouldn't I? It's a 2 stop and a 3 stop, so you could essentially stack them and get 5 stops of light blocking out the sky with the graduate as well. And then if you had the 4 stop behind as well, you could put that on. But then if I put the 10 stop on, I could essentially have 15 stops of light. 15 stops of light. What am I going to do for a whole 2 minutes on an exposure? Anyway, that right there is what I usually carry. So there's my bag. I'm going to let you in on a little secret thing that I do in my bag, on my main compartment. Right, I don't know how well you can see, but I actually cut off the zips, the little pull tags. I cut them off because I don't want people trying to get in there, because as soon as you open that up, everything will just fall out. So for me, I'm like, right, I'm just going to cut them off so it's harder for people, because you've got to really get in there. But that's my bag. I try and keep it small. For me, put that out of the way. Put them out of the way. So for me, that's essentially what I carry on me. Not daily, because my daily bag is a lot lighter. It is literally my camera and 1 lens of my choice. So I will normally carry the camera as it's set right now with the 24-105, and then I will probably carry this, or I'll carry this and have the 50mm on the camera lens. Depending on what kind of photography I'm thinking about doing that day. Essentially though, it's normally the 24-105 that stays on there. The prime doesn't see a lot of use at the moment. That's just because I'm not doing anything that really warrants me to be using it right now. So there you go. What I'll be doing, I might just show you what's in my daily bag, my lighter bag, and show you that bag, because that's a great little bag to have as well, to be honest. It's got enough pockets, got everything on it. But, you know, I hope you liked what was in my bag. Now you can see what I carry around, what sort of gear that I use, and I'm not using all the fancy stuff. I mean, I've got some good, I've saved up and I've bought some decent branded stuff, of course. I would say to you, if you are thinking about buying some cheap and cheerful gear, just be prepared to replace it regularly. Before, this is my prime example, before I had this, pause, I'll show you. Ooh. Yeah, before I had this, and this is terrible. But then if I did it with this one, it's sturdy as hell. I mean, like I say, if you've got cheap gear, be prepared for it to just fall apart in your hands. It does that regularly, this one. This is just so flimsy and loose, it doesn't even hold a phone properly. So this one, don't use it anymore. I don't know why they keep it. I guess I've kept it for that example right there. So if you are thinking about investing in cheaper gear, just remember you will have to replace it more frequently than when you spend that little bit extra on some of the branded stuff. But the reason that it has such a high price point is because it's built really well and it serves a purpose. I mean, I never would have thought, looking at this right here, I could hold a whole camera pointing at me on it and not worry about it falling or anything like that. So it's there for you to do. And on that note, thank you for looking and being nosy and seeing what's in my bag. Don't forget, if you like what you see, leave me a comment. Tell me what else you want me to do. I'm happy for suggestions, always. If you haven't already, press subscribe down below. Hit the bell so you can get notified. I always say notified. Ugh, I can't say notified. Right. Hit the bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. And also, follow me on all my social media. It's GovCollarPhoto everywhere. You should be able to find me with some sort of hashtag or something. So, once again, thank you very much. I'm Gov. This is GovCollarPhoto. See ya.